Oh, sorry. Hey guys, Keith here. Before I start, I would like to say, well, I was originally gonna intend to do this somewhere after my Captain Planet review, but I got after forgetting to do that and also doing retakes a few times. I decided why not to talk about the Overwatch comic I'm supposed to talk about, and the comic was called. Anyways, the Overwatch comic, the Halloween one. And this is because, well, for numerous reasons I want to do these. One, it's, well, I don't know good comics. And yes, I used to read the Overwatch comics. I did read all of them except for Symmetra and the later on comics. And the most recent one I read was the short version of the story. But let's talk about the. So the cover is, well, really good. We get to Junkenstein in good play in Frankenstein, which Frankenstein is actually the scientist's name, not the monster. We get to the Headless Horseman in Reaper dressing up as that. And Mercy, who dressed as a witch. So the story starts. Anyways, it starts where I'm gonna presume that this takes place before the fall of Overwatch. For around all the Overwatch members, except for Reaper, who comes there at the end of the story. Sorry, that's spoiling. McCray tells a story about ending of a wolf story in the West. And the Anyways, Ryan says it's not a bad story. For a children's fairy tale, and not a bad McCree for children's fairy tale. Do you wish to hear a real scary story? Show us what you got. Big man. You get a nerve. Anyone who easily should leave right now. Got a break right hot, dim the lights. I am telling you about a story. Let's tell. Damn it. Let's try this again. See. Anyways, Rhina tells a story about this village tells the Black Forest, a town in Black Forest called Albert, and it was home to one Dr. Junkenstein. Junkenstein shows the king of lifelike experiments. The king wasn't really happy with it. The good doctor abused. Basically, he decided to create his true life of his own monster, but it didn't work so well. He was wet veins until an idea. Okay. And then we get the Witch of the Wicked West and her before the. And I know there was a summon, but that happened this year, and this comic was released last year. And it was so on, we get to the crystal that basically brings them to life, bringing Frankenstein's monster to terrorize the city and kingdom. And then Gabriel, and then we get to. Then when it was about to finish all his mission, Reinhardt just comes and interrupt. Then turns out the Headless Horseman and runs and spans the table. Suddenly it was Gabriel Reyes before he turns into Reaper. And that's about it for the comic. I am not gonna go. Sorry if it's short review. Sorry if this review is kind of didn't thought that true. And second, I really need a Halloween comic to review. as a bonus, I'm going to review the makeup to make up for it, and maybe somewhere in November or October or whenever I'm going to get around to it. I'm going to do the Mega Man comic, I promise, so I can do the Worlds Collide comic. And for those wondering, that's a crossover. I need to review mainly one of each comic just to make sure in case of mostly mainly their first issues, and that's it. Anyways, bye. I'm going to toilet.